Hello, YouTube. How y'all doing today? I am Queen Lillie. Welcome to my live. We are discussing Donald Trump, Pete Hegseth, jdvance, and Elon Musk. That's who we're talking about today. We got a lot to cover, different subjects. It's more of a continuation from last night. Last night, I showed you all the text messages that was in the signal thread, text thread. And it's more of a continuation of that, and a little bit extra going to be added to it. Also, Jasmine Crockett. As you all know, they are coming for Jasmine Crockett. She's being targeted by the MAGA Republican Party. But they haven't found anything wrong with what Marjorie Taylor Greene has done, in the words that has come out of Donald Trump, the Orange Man. Donald Trump has said the most dangerous thing about people and to people. For example, Liz Cheney, he pretty much put a hit on her. But nobody in the Republican Party found anything wrong with it. Marjorie Taylor Greene spewing out racist things. And if anybody get in my chat with that nonsense calling me racist, you are pathetic. Because black people can't be racist. We have not suppressed you. So keep that nonsense in your mouth and swallow it like it's your man's white stuff on his head in his pants. Thank y'all for coming to my live. I am Queen Lillie. You all are welcome, valued, and appreciated. Hit that like button as you come in. Also, if you'd like to donate to my channel, you can send me super chats. In my description, my Venmo is there. Venmo is there if you'd like to donate to my Venmo, to send me a gift through Venmo. That will be fine. Also, my PayPal link is in the description as well. Hey, Queen Victorious One. Hey, King Alan. Hey, LaSwan, King LaSwan. Hey, D Hill. How you doing, King? Hello, Queen Caramel Apple. Queen Caramel Apple, did you ever get to go to my website? The link is in the description. Let me show you right quick. Hold on, I'm going to do that right now. Wasn't that you, Queen Caramel, that asked me about my website address? Hold on. It's iamlilyyoung.com. This is what my website look like when you go to the home page. This is my home page. iamlilyyoung.com is my website. Hold on, I'm going to play the video. If it'll do it on this stupid thing. For some reason I ain't playing the music. All right then. But anyway, this is my website. There's different tabs across the top. Home, magazine, shop, portfolio, blog. Click on shop and it takes you to buy the lipsticks. My lipsticks are organic. My hair growth oil is organic as well. iamlilyyoung.com. Healthy hair. Okay. I'm going to go to the shop. I think it was you, Carol Mel, if I'm not mistaken, Queen. So this is my shop page. This is a different type of hair growth oils. And these are the different lipsticks. I have different collections, some of my books, different things I sell on my website. But like this is the Queen collection. That's the Queen collection. That's the lipstick duo collection. It's a lipstick lip gloss. And then you scroll on up and you see the different things that are in my store. So I can't remember. I think it was you, Carol Bell. It may not have been. But anybody, if you want to support my business, I have organic beauty products. Queen Lillie Hair Growth Oil. It comes in two different kinds and different size bottles. In the red lipstick, Hustle lipstick, I have on Brave. This particular organic red lipstick is Brave. So check it out. Take y'all back to my home page. This is my website. And this tell you more about my products. People send me their testimonies and so on. iamlilyyoung.com. This is my website for my beauty products and my magazine, etc. And on my blog, I post things sometimes. My portfolio is about all of my accomplishments, from acting to awards, etc. So we're going to get to the good foot of what we really on here for. We on here for who? Donald Trump part 107. Donald Trump part 107. That's what we're covering today. There's a lot going on between Donald Trump and his goonies, him and his trap house. The White House ain't nothing but a trap house, okay? Let me know if y'all can hear me. Thank you, Queen Victorious One. Hello, Ricardo, King Ricardo, how you doing? Hello, Queen Teal. Thank you for coming today, all of you beautiful people. But we're going to go ahead and get started soon. Just a moment. Just a moment. Wait a minute. Give me a moment, you guys. Okay. Everything is uploading. Let me turn my do not disturb on. I apologize. Give me a moment. I got to come back. I had to turn the do not disturb on because people keep calling and texting me, and we won't get anything accomplished today with all of that going on. Okay. Now you said who gonna do what or who? Let's find out and see. I get that all the time. He said, I sound like Cardi B. I get that all the time. Okay, we're gonna go ahead and get started. This particular video, it is concerning about the Attorney General, and they're suing Elon Musk.
Breaking news right now, the Wisconsin Attorney General is suing Elon Musk over Elon Musk's plan to give Wisconsin voters $1 million checks. In a new statement, the Wisconsin Attorney General says, quote, "The Wisconsin Department of Justice is committed to ensuring that elections in Wisconsin are safe, secure, free, and fair. We are aware of the offer recently posted by Elon Musk to award $1 million to 2 people at an event in Wisconsin this weekend. Based on our understanding of applicable Wisconsin law, we intend to take legal action today to seek a court order to stop this from happening." And before I continue, TikTok can get banned in 8 days, so please follow me on my other platforms, Instagram, Substack, and YouTube. They're all linked in my bio. Now, this is Elon Musk's latest offer, that he will be handing over checks for $1 million to 2 people to be a spokesman for the petition against activist judges. This was his previous offer about handing over 2 checks for $1 million in appreciation for taking the time to vote. Folks, it's illegal to pay someone to cast a vote for something that
he did it last time.
The Wisconsin Attorney General is taking action now. Follow along, stay up to date on all the news you need to know about. We have breaking news right now. The Wisconsin Attorney General is suing Elon Musk over Elon Musk's plan.
Elon did the same thing when Trump was campaigning. He campaigned for him in Pennsylvania and probably somewhere else. And Elon did the same thing. And it was illegal then. What is going on here where the Republican Party, the MAGA Party, is not being held accountable by the law? If it would have been President Obama, oh yes. Anybody in President Obama's cabinet, oh yes. They would have been held accountable. Elon is not even a politician. And he's getting treated as if he is the president of the United States. He ride around in Air Force One. Where they do that at? America. A country that's built off racism. They still talking Jasmine Crockett, y'all.
It's not about whatever it is that y'all want somebody to say. And the idea that you want to shut down everybody that is not Fox News is bullshit. We need to stop playing, because that's what y'all are doing in here. You don't want to hear the opinions of anybody else. And the Constitution says Congress shall make no law respecting or establishing of religion or prohibiting the free exercise thereof or abridging the gentlewoman's time has expired. Free speech is not about whatever it is that y'all want somebody to say. And the idea that you want
Donald Trump, you remember he used to holler about freedom of speech because of how they used to ban him on, Mark Zuckerberg. All of them had banned him. Twitter, when it was owned by the original owner, which is owned now with Elon Musk, he changed it to X. It's going to be Twitter, y'all. I close my accounts on there anyway. But the point is they said freedom of speech, and Donald Trump used to holler that all the time. But now it's his time to get the tongue lashing. He takes away our freedom of speech. And even Elon Musk on X want to take away people's freedom of speech. But he yells, that's the place where you can have freedom of speech. Elon Musk, you a lie and the truth ain't in you, clown.
Just admitted at the White House during a press conference that he is indeed deporting people that are in this country legally, and that was his plan all along. He said that he's deporting people that never should have been allowed in. That's the point. They were allowed in. They came through the legal process. They are rounding people up and arresting them at their immigration appointments. ICE is showing up when people are going through the legal process and arresting them at their appointments. Trump is changing the rules after the fact, which is illegal. Only Congress has the authority to change the immigration laws in this country, and he knows it. So it's no surprise. He lied when he said he was only deporting people that were here illegally. And all the people that kept saying, no, that's not what he's going to do. We just want you to come to this country the right way. Well, these people came to the country the right way, and he's deciding who stays and who goes based off their skin color and what country they're from. Trump lied to his voters over and over and over again, and he'll continue to do so. Just watch. Trump just admitted.
Deport Melania Trump. Deport Melania Trump. Deport Melania Trump. It has to apply to her as well. It just can't apply to black and brown people, because what you're saying, Dunny, that applies to your wife. Might as well not be your wife. She ain't living in the White House with you. You ain't getting to put her back out. You ain't got nothing to put her back out. It's so small you can't put anybody back out, but you get your back blown out. It applies to Melania. Deport Melania Trump. Deport Melania Trump. Impeach Trump. Deport Trump. You ain't no better than nobody else because your skin is light, white. In my eyes, it wrinkles so fast, you ain't special. One moment.
Well, that was fast. We have YT people on the internet asking why there were no YT people at the Super Bowl halftime show with Kendrick, when y'all love the idea of no more DEI, right? DEI means
and segregation.
You're qualified, but you may not be given the opportunity. And so y'all say y'all only want merit, right? And qualifications. I think he chose the most qualified people to be dancing beside him. Y'all would never be more qualified than us to send the message he sent. So this is how we need to be moving for everybody that's confused. No DEI. Let's see it. Let us see it. But y'all forgot we had some positions of power. Not much, but we have some. And he showed you on Sunday. And let's take it all the way to the NFL. Let's take it to the NBA. Let's remove all your entertainment that involves us. No more DEI.
Amen.
Well, that was fast. We have...
if you're going to do DEI, just like you trying to go back and segregate. Well, if you're going to do DEI, y'all can't be a part of anything that we created, we invented, anything that we got going. It ain't going to hurt us to not be around you. That's what you fucked around and found out. We don't need you to survive, and we never have. But every time we would create something, you would burn the towns down. But today, we standing strong. Y'all thought that black people don't stand together. Yes, the fuck we do. And we will now. Stand strong and tall, 10 toes down, and not afraid. Do us a motherfucking favor. Segregate. We ain't afraid. If you segregate, don't use any MFing thing that black people created. You will have nothing then. Even the stuff you stole and said you invented, you will have nothing. So DEI, we can use it on you too. DEI, no, you can't be a part of anything that we do. And stop doing our dances. Stop stealing our music all the way back to country music. Stop it. You want to do it? Let's do it. Run it all the way back. Any white man that got some PUSS wife from a black woman, give it back. Better yet, pay her for her pain. She ain't want to do it anyway, especially back in slavery time. Pay that black woman for her pain, or even letting you touch her. And something that's going on right now too. You know, Biden had tapped the overdraft fees to $5 because they're usually much higher than that, trust me. So the Republicans now in the Senate just voted to revoke bank rule. And these are the people that voted against it. Boy, how mighty the white shows up. But white can't blow out black. You take a marker, and you take a white marker and a black one, if a white one exists, and you put it on paper, and then you take a black marker and mark over it. What do you get? Black every time. So now you take the black marker and put white over it. What still comes through? Black, black on black on black on black. I always said the black race would not be the ones to destroy this country. It would be the white man, and it's happening right before our eyes. It would be the white man to destroy America. It's happening right now. And this is a person that voted for Donald Trump, and she truly regrets her vote. She regretted so much.
Was abruptly fired last month from the Treasury Department's Bureau of Fiscal Service, based here in Parkersburg, West Virginia. The reason given for the firings of 125 probationary employees at the Bureau? Poor performance.
I had my last review on the 31st of January, and I had the highest rating that you can get on a review, less than 21 days before I was terminated for my performance.
You voted for Donald Trump.
I did.
Do you regret that vote?
Yes, I do. To cut the knees out of the working class Americans just doesn't make sense to me. I expected more from President Donald Trump.
Since speaking out, Piggott says she's received death threats and her home has been egged. This woman asked us not to show her face for fear of retribution. She recently retired from the Bureau of Fiscal Service because she was afraid of losing her health insurance if she was fired. She also voted for Trump. Would you still have supported him?
I'm not sure that I would have. The way that it's been done, I'm for balancing the budget, that type of thing, but not in this context. It's just not right. He's a good boy.
Piggott was abruptly fired last month from the Treasury Department's Bureau.
So, as I told y'all, DEI doesn't mean black. And that's what they mistaken. So everybody that's of MAGA and the Republicans, they was getting excited because they voted for Donald Trump. And they finally gonna get to hurt the black people and the brown people. But they didn't realize when they voted for Donald Trump, they were hurting themselves. She's out of a job. She got bills to pay. It's hard out here for a PIMP.
News right now, Elon Musk is once again posting saying he is going to hand $1 million checks to voters in Wisconsin. He reposted a post after deleting it, and I have all the receipts, so here's what you need to know. This is what Elon Musk posted last night, saying on Sunday night he's going to give a talk in Wisconsin, and he will personally hand over 2 checks for $1 million each, quote, in appreciation for you taking the time to vote. He then deleted that post and reposted it saying, quote, I will also hand over checks for $1 million to 2 people to, quote, be a spokesperson for the petition in opposition to activist judges. This language change is critical, folks. And I'm going to do a full breakdown on my Substack shortly at the link in my bio, so subscribe for free. Because previously in Pennsylvania, this is how he got around rules, campaign finance rules, by essentially paying people to be spokespeople for his PAC versus just giving them money to vote, which is illegal. But that's not what his first tweet said. His first tweet sounded a lot like he's going to give $1 million for people to vote. I'm sure his lawyers called him and he had to repost this pretty quickly. Or maybe the White House did, who knows? Now we obviously still know what this is. This is the same thing as the last post, just worded differently. But we know why this is happening. Follow along for all the news you need to know about. We have big news right now. Elon Musk is once
Everything that I use today is fair use, great for educational purposes and research purposes. So enjoy. Fair use.
Big news right now, Elon Musk has announced that he will be personally handing out $1 million checks to voters in Wisconsin on Sunday in Wisconsin. In his latest tweet, Musk writes, quote, "On Sunday night, I will give a talk in Wisconsin. Entrance is limited to those who have voted in the Supreme Court election. I will personally hand over 2 checks for $1 million each in appreciation for you taking the time to vote. This is super important." Now, this latest tweet comes after Musk's PACs have been accused of giving out $100 checks to every single Wisconsin voter who signs petitions against, quote, activist judges. And while now Musk himself is going to be handing out $1 million checks. Now, this raises significant ethics concerns given the fact that Musk is a senior advisor to this White House. And while now he's traveling to Wisconsin and handing out millions of dollars in an effort to get his candidate of choice, Brad Schimel, elected. Election is April 1st. If you live in Wisconsin, be aware. As always, follow along for all the news you need to know about. We have some big news right now. Elon Musk has announced that he will be personally
The criminal, Elon Musk.
You can't police people for being anti-Israel or pro-Israel. You can police people for violating the law. We have seen some of that with some of these protests.
Okay, so you agree that people who break in and vandalize a building should be prosecuted?
Exactly.
Okay, I'm just checking because you did help raise money for people who did so on January 6th, which was, impeding an official proceeding, breaking into a building that they weren't allowed to be in, and vandalizing the Capitol.
But you can't police people for being anti-Israel or pro-Israel.
jdvance doesn't, anything he says doesn't surprise me. He was on that text chain too with the BS. And they laughed about what they did to families by bombing them. They laughed about, they saw this man's girlfriend. He was going into his girlfriend's apartment condo, and they bombed them in Yemen in that group chat. Remember, they used the app Signal to do it, to discuss it, and then they celebrate after they had it done. Typical YT man, typical of him. They're criminals.
Getting some terrible news in just now about the United States economy. Let me break it down for you. Here's some news from Heather Long. She's the economic reporter for the Washington Post. She says, wow, huge drop in consumer sentiment among all income groups. Even the rich are worried now. Sentiment is down more than 30% since November. People are worried they will lose their jobs. 2/3 of consumers expect high unemployment to rise in the year ahead. Highest concern since 2009. People are fearful tariffs will drive up prices. Quote, even high income consumers are concerned about their personal finances. Only 26% of higher income consumers expect to be better off financially in a year, down from 42% in August 2024. As she says, inflation expectations are surging due to Trump's tariffs. She continues to think that the Trump team is really misreading how different 2025 is compared to 2017, 2018. People are watching prices closely now. And that's not all. She says that Bank of America economists now believe that modest stagflation is the most likely outcome for the U.S. this year, and that the combination of low growth and elevated prices will likely keep future Fed rate cuts on hold. And in case you don't know, stagflation means high unemployment, high inflation, and stagnant economic growth. And there's more inflation progress stalled in February. PCE inflation rose 0.3% in February and 2.5% over the past 12 months. That's the same as January. Core PCE, which excludes food and energy, rose 0.4% in February and 2.8% in the past 12 months. That's a tad hotter than expected. And I just want to remind you all that these were not the expectations before Donald Trump took office. We're going to be following all of this news and more, so remember to follow our account and add the Midas Touch podcast on Apple Podcasts and Spotify. We've got a new episode out right now. We're getting some terrible news in just now about the United States economy.
The economy is in shambles. The rich even worried. You know it's bad when the rich is worried. All of us worried. They worried. Oh, you know it's bad. And let Donald Trump tell it, make America great. But he wasn't talking about the economy. He talking about making it white again. He talking about trying to make black people slaves again. He is out of his kick rabbit ass mind. And his mind is very small, just like his ping, just like his eggplant.
On our own. Each and every day, we ask questions, but we're not getting any answers.
Businesses do need water to make their revenue, but that should never be put in front of the drinking water needs of residents.
And this without any environmental impact statement or even a permit.
We left the people out that lives in this city. We are fighting it on our own. Each and every day. We ask questions, but we're not getting any answers.
This is pertaining to Elon Musk. Hold on. Elon Musk. We are fighting it on our own. They left the people out. Wait a minute, they word this funny. We are fighting it on our own. They left the people out that live in this city. Memphis folks are watching Elon Musk, XAI supercomputer buy up more and more land and use more and more resources. And because they're using up so much of the water, there's not enough water for the community that lives there. That doesn't surprise me. Elon is just like Donald Trump. Anybody you affiliate yourself with, you are them. And Donald Trump has 34 felonies. Okay.
Elon Musk has just deleted a tweet in a panic that he had sent
Oh,
out.
I showed y'all that already. I didn't realize I showed you that already.
No, wait. Just wait. Hold up. You guys need to hear something. I'm gonna just play you a little clip and let you
This is a
hear it. I'm gonna play
flashback
it on
so
my
we can
computer,
realize how we got here.
And then he journeyed to Pennsylvania, where he
Flashbacking.
spent like a month and a half campaigning for me in Pennsylvania. And he's a popular guy, and he was very effective. And he knows those computers better than anybody, all those computers, those vote counting computers. And we ended up winning Pennsylvania like in a landslide, so it was pretty good. It was pretty good. So thank you to Elon. And then he journeyed to Pennsylvania.
I didn't mishear him, did I?
No, honey, you
I heard
didn't.
that correctly. He stood on stage in front of a rally.
That's how we
on
got
the
to
night
where
before
we
his
are.
inauguration, and said that he cheated. Did everybody hear that the same? Did you hear that? I mean, I'm not.
We all feel that way.
Are you kidding me? No, wait. Just wait.
Ma'am, we all feel that way.
Just wait.
We all feel the same way she feels.
Hold up.
He admitted it. And what I don't understand, why he hasn't been arrested, him and Elon Musk. Of course, their skin is not the color of mine. This is something I'm going to show you, and then I'm going to read it to you. I'm going to read it because I can't play the music. It says, those people aren't attacking Tesla. Hold on. It says those people are not attacking Tesla dealerships. They are tourists showing love. I learned that on January 6, 2021. We all learned that because y'all said the J6ers were patriots showing love. Well, honey, Teslas, they just getting some loving. Like Donnie and Elon in the White House. This is love. They only showing you love. They showing you fireworks of love. Patriotism to Tesla. Donnie, then you said you being sarcastic? Well, baby, I'm being sarcastic, honey. So Elon Musk's father. This is his father. And I'm going to read it. So Elon Musk's father says Elon can't be racist because he grew up being friendly with the black servants. Jimmy crack corn and I don't care. That's the typical white man. That's some SHIT y'all say to black people to try to make us feel good. That's insulting our intelligence. Y'all should be ashamed of yourself the stuff you say to black people. But we already know your cards. We have seen your poker face and all the way to your babies' rear ends when we had to change their diapers, our ancestors did. We know your whole hand. You just underestimated black people. And mad they got more education now. Elon Musk, the father of Tesla CEO Elon Musk, believes that his son can't be racist due to his past relationships with black servants who worked for the family in apartheid South Africa. You motherfucker. Oh. Anyway, the things y'all let come out your mouth. This is the thing y'all fail to realize. Black people know your hand. We know your poker face. We know about apartheid that Elon trying to start here in America. And he ain't even a politician. You Republicans are weak bitchs.
Video. The Crone Detention Center in Miami is incredibly dangerous for migrants, and people are dying in U.S. custody.
Black and brown.
Heinous witness accounts talking about how they have 1 cup of water every 24 hours. There are 46,000
the typical white people what they would do.
Basement for 40,000, detaining them. They have nowhere to go. They can't breathe because it feels like there's so many people on top of them. They have nowhere to use the restroom when they're in transit, so they have to piss on the floor like fucking animals. This is how our government is treating human beings. Not to mention those that the government deems questionable or dangerous are being immediately sent to foreign prisons without a trial. How are these not massive human rights violations being committed? What these people are doing by coming to the U.S. originally is trying to create a better life for themselves. And now they're ending up in this detention center where people are dying. 3 people have died so far. Watch to the end. Raise awareness and make your own videos. It's time that we fucking hold our government accountable. Whatever you're doing right now, stop and watch this video. The Crone.
This is the thing. Y'all white folks, y'all do it so backwards. The ones that almost want to do the right thing. Y'all had the chance to do the right thing November 5th, 2024. But you insist on you didn't want a black person again. Even though President Obama made America great again. Yes, he did. He took us from a recession to greatness. President Barack Obama made America great again. He made it fair for all of us. Not just for white people, but Donald Trump want to make it fair just for you white people, MAGA. But the thing is, you're not a billionaire, so he don't like your whack ASS.
Going to Mexico wearing MAGA hats as if y'all not gonna get touched by the motherfucking people there, and that's crazy, bitch. How racist do you have to be and out of touch with society do you have to be to show up in Mexico wearing "Make America Great Again" motherfucking merch and logos and think you're safe? You think that you're safe being racist in Mexico? First of all, why are you going to Mexico knowing good and goddamn well you don't like Mexican people and you want them to be deported?
That's the typical white
man.
man.
What the fuck are you doing in Mexico for spring break? Baby, you're gonna get touched.
They're selfish.
Baby, you're gonna get tapped on the shoulder. Baby, they're getting you the fuck up out of there. Like, immediately. Like, I don't understand. And this is why I say they need to keep the Department of Education, but even if, bitch, you still wouldn't pick up a book and learn something. Because there is no way that you thought you could travel to another country that you don't like and they're not gonna fucking tap your ass on the shoulder. Even me. I love Mexico. I love the people. I love the culture. And I love President Claudia. But, baby, I even know as an American right now, we are not popular. They can't stand our motherfucking asses.
Nobody likes America.
Damned. If I went to another country, all right, and I didn't do my research and I didn't understand what was going on in this time period to be respectful to those people. Like, what the fuck? Everything outside of the United States of America, everyone is watching us, baby. We are on the Jumbotron, and they gonna get us as soon as we touch down. I need y'all to start doing your due diligence. Y'all going to Mexico wearing
No, don't do your due diligence. Don't. White folks, stay out of Mexico. You don't even like Mexicans. You voted to have them deported. So stay your pale ASS out of Mexico. You don't even like them, so why would you go somewhere you don't like? Why? Just like you go to Africa and try to take over Africa. You're only going over there thinking you could get away with that BS because of Donald Trump. President Claudia Sheinbaum is stronger and smarter than Donald Trump. He's not knowledgeable. He's just a con artist. And all he have around him in his administration are conmen, rich conmen, and women. Donald Trump is the problem.
Tesla, so many electric vehicles. Nobody wants to
He's
buy
an
them.
old
Tesla.
fool.
Good luck with your electric car that goes for about 45 minutes. I love Tesla. You want electric vehicles? We'll give it to you when the damn things don't go far enough. often they're too expensive. I love Tesla. We have this thing called the gasoline. We have gasoline. I love Tesla. They got some basic problems. They're very expensive and they don't go far. I think they want to keep you somewhere around your home. They don't want to build highways or something. They got some crazy plan. I love Tesla. Love Tesla. So many electric vehicles.
And this old fool,
To buy them. I love Tesla.
knowing he don't like electrical cars. I remember him saying all of this. But he wanted Elon's money so bad, he pretended to like Tesla. I love Tesla. It's Tesla, you fat idiot. Where's your brain, Donald Trump? In your pissy depends? And people admire this man. Say he's smart. Where? He has the brain of Kanye West. They just alike. They just different colors. And then he'll go to fool, Paula White.
Believe that when you
Snake
honor God
oil.
on Passover, starting on April 12th at sundown,
This woman needs to
Good
be
Friday
shut
on
down.
the 18th and concluding on Easter Sunday, you can receive these 7 supernatural blessings for you and your house.
And white people doing
According to
this crap.
Exodus 23, God will assign an angel to you. He'll be an enemy to your enemies. He'll give you prosperity.
That ain't how God
He'll take
operates.
sickness away from you. He will give you long life.
He don't do
He'll bring
enemy for
increase
enemy.
and inheritance, and he'll give a special year of blessing. You're not doing this to get something, but you're doing it in honor to God, realizing what you
Giving
can
her
receive.
$1,000 honor God. She's
Offering of
sick.
$1,000 or more as the Holy Spirit leads. You will also receive the beautiful 10-inch Waterford Crystal Cross. Don't miss your moment to release 7 supernatural blessings and provision into your life.
And I believe that when you honor God on
This
Passover,
lady is a joke. If y'all keep sending her your money, she can't bless you. Jesus Christ can. $1,000. Come on, MAGA. Y'all gotta wake up. Y'all don't let everybody shake that snake oil on you. And you hypnotize. You hypnotize from the piss it depends. You hypnotize from the lies that he tell you. Now he got everybody in his cabinet, even his fake pastor that once used to con black people in the congregation. Now she's conning you. And y'all are sending this woman your money. And you don't even have it to be given. She's working on the biggest con man in the world, Donald Trump.
Happened in this Signal chat should never have happened. Do you agree with that?
No, as I said before, I would need to know more.
Have you read the Signal chat?
I have not yet.
He lying.
You have not read it. Are you
The lies the white man
designed
tells.
to be willfully blind to what just happened?
No, I was trying to prepare for this hearing, among other things.
Oh, and you didn't anticipate you'd be asked about this? Or is it because you anticipated you would be asked about this, you didn't want to inform yourself of this incredible breach of national security?
There are millions of things going on in the world at any given time, so I just didn't happen to learn about this one.
Oh, I see.
Somebody need to sucker punch all of them.
Yes,
Just
I'm sure
stupid.
there are millions of things going on in the world. But this happens to be probably the biggest national security story of the month, which included a lot of other national security stories, including a war in the Middle East and including capitulation to Putin and Russia. But you just happened to neglect to read this one. Is that what we're led to believe?
I just happened not to.
What happened in this Signal chat?
I'm so tired of these old white men. They have brought this country down to the knees. And God has no mercy for this country right now. And me, myself, as long as I got me right with God and my daughter is right with God, God can take me on. Because I'm tired of this mess. I'm ready to go to heaven. Because down here on earth with these old white men and their delusions, grand delusions, it's sickening. Again, America will be brought down by a white man. We see it with our own eyes right now, what's happening. It's happening.
Something I remembered yesterday. John Ratcliffe, Tulsi Gabbard, Kash Patel, they've all dealt with classified information during the times that they worked in Congress. And you know who reminded me of that? Congressman Joaquin Castro of Texas, who reminded them yesterday.
Before the roles that they're in, they've all dealt with classified information and very important, sensitive national security information, and yet they're sitting there saying that the information was unclassified. And you know, as somebody that's been on the Intelligence Committee for 9 years, there's so much that comes in front of us that is less sensitive and very highly classified. So, they absolutely know it's a lie to say that stuff is unclassified.
And yet, what do you make of the fact that they're still putting this defense up?
I think that they are trying to defend Donald Trump and make sure that he doesn't get embarrassed. And in doing so,
Boy, that clown
they're
is
trying
embarrassed.
to convince the
Trust
country
me.
that the sky is green.
America is
and that the world
embarrassed.
is upside down. And that, to me, in addition to compromising the safety of our airmen, that to me is also dangerous because, and it's all very Orwellian, that the highest officials in the government more and more would start to deny and ignore very obvious things.
Again, all those people that were on the text thread, and I showed y'all the text messages last night, they're all criminals. What they did was a crime. They broke the law. The white man is not better than anybody else. You broke the law. And they need to be held accountable. But to be held accountable, right now the Republican Party holds the House. So what's going to be done? We're not sure. But I wish God moved fast, please. Do what you got to do. I read for God to destroy this country, then let Donald Trump continue doing what they're doing. At least you know where your soul is going. It'll be peace. No more stress about bills. Not worrying about how you're going to budget your food and all of that. You won't have that problem anymore. Let God do what he's going to do, because Donald Trump is destroying this country. Okay, breaking. Tesla is under investigation in Canada and is accused of scamming $43 million from Canada's EV rebate program. See, I told y'all he's a common just like Trump. Birds of the feather flock together. And what he be singing to Trump? You all I need. That's what they be singing to each other at night. Because Melania Trump not staying in the White House. But Elon Musk is. Yep. That's who's standing in the White House with Donnie.
Mistake. We make mistakes. We all make mistakes. It's already been a mistake, and it happens.
This for the thread, the text message to Signal.
Like I said before, it was a mistake. Everyone makes mistakes.
Is that sufficient accountability to you to recognize that someone made a mistake and moving on? Because I don't see that same standard being held
Boris,
when other
I
people
gave
have
you
made
the soundbite already. I gave you the soundbite already.
Boris, I gave you the soundbite. Stop asking follow-up questions.
When are any of the Republican Party going to stand up? When? When are any of the Republican Party going to stand up? I want to know. You weak. You can't stand up. You're a party of weakness and you think you're strong. Cowards are never strong. And anybody that won't stand up to Donald Trump, jdvance, or Elon Musk, you are a coward.
U.S. officials went door to door in Greenland to find anyone who wanted to be visited by the Vances. They found no one. Did you say please and thank you? U.S. officials went door to door in Greenland to find anyone who wanted to be visited by the Vances. They found no one.
Remember I showed y'all that about Ursula Vance, JD's Vance's wife? He sent her, where they went over to Greenland. Honey, right now, to get anything done, even Bush knew that. You have to send a black person. Even President Joe Biden knew he had to send Kamala to go over to Russia for the hostages. Again, do the research. President Bush had to send a black person. Bush number 1 and 2, to get anything accomplished, they had to send black people. She's an Indian woman. She's not black. He's a white man with crusty skin that wears a blonde wig from time to time. They wasn't going to get anything accomplished. You can't do it. You don't have the melanin or the power to do it. Although the white man like to think he's so powerful. He's a DEI. That's what, true DEI. jdvance.
So apparently 1 million people are set to protest on April 5th, and I want to let all black people know, sit your black asses down. You're not moving. You're not going nowhere. This is not our fight. Let 1 million of their people go out there and let's see how law enforcement handles them, okay? You all sit your black asses down. This is not our fight. They had the chance to align themselves with us back in November. They made their choice. They voted for how they wanted to vote for. So let them go and march. Let them go and protest. Let them go and rally. Let them go shed their blood, sweat, and tears. You stay your black asses inside, okay? Thank you. So
I agree with this queen. Don't go out there. I keep telling you every time I come on here, black people do not get out there and march. They will gladly do martial law and take all of us out. My beautiful black kings and queens, do not go out there and march. It ain't worth your life being taken away. They don't care nothing about us. They hate us. And they not like us.
So have you guys heard about the poll that is sending shockwaves through MAGA right now? So there are special elections coming up this Tuesday in Florida, and I want to focus on Florida's 6th congressional district for just a second. This is a district that Donald Trump won by 30 points in November. But a new poll just came out showing that the Democrat
You're right,
Josh
King
Wheel
CD. They don't like us.
the MAGA candidate,
We are the chosen ones, and that's why they hate us.
Oh, and by the way, this poll was conducted by Fabrizio Ward. That's Donald Trump and MAGA's internal pollster. Even Steve Bannon is freaking out, and this was before this latest poll was even released. Steve Bannon said Trump won that district by 30 points in November. We have a candidate that I don't think is winning. Oh, and by the way, we just had Democratic candidate Josh Wheel on the Midas Touch podcast, and it is a must listen. I really hope you all listen and spread the word and tell everybody you know in the district to get out and vote. Watch this clip from the
Yes,
interview.
please. We got Pennsylvania, which we know VP Kamala Harris really is the winner of Pennsylvania anyway. Hold on, my leg itching. We know VP Kamala Harris is the true winner of Pennsylvania anyway. Donnie Boy and Elon Musk cheated. Do I need to replay that video of Donald Trump saying out his own raggedy mouth? His teeth moving around, his bottom teeth while he talking? They cheated. We got Pennsylvania before last night. So we got to get Florida. And then we have control over the House again. We must win this, Florida. Get out and do your due diligence. Y'all did us wrong back in November. November the 5th, y'all did us wrong. You did us dirty. You faked the funk like you voted for Kamala Harris, and you didn't. Although you may have, and Donnie Boy and them probably stole that too. Whoop-de-doo. I don't put nothing past a con man. I don't put nothing past a man that has 34 felonies, and you shouldn't either. Those felonies are real. They are not fake. Stop drinking his Kool-Aid, MAGA. He did everything those felonies said. I showed y'all here on my channel his charges. Stop believing his hype. Come off and that depends. Just a moment. One moment, everybody. Uh-oh, I thought I had the volume on. Hold on, okay?
Protest. Let me just say it plain as day. April 5th is coming. And before anybody starts romanticizing protest, let me just say it plain as day. No confusion. We are not going out there.
Amen.
Not this time. We are not going out there. A whole lot of people are planning to hit the streets, right? I know y'all have heard the buzz. Chants, signs, cameras, emotions are going to be high. I get it. Hell, I've been out there before. But the last time we marched, what happened? They tear gassed us, shoved elders to the ground, committed vandalism, and then blamed us. They shot rubber bullets at kids, and then had the nerve to call us violent. We showed up with our voices. They showed up with riot gear. We screamed, "Don't shoot," and they loaded that clip anyway. And let's be clear, this administration, They've let us know in no uncertain terms. Black people in the street equals threat. They're looking for a reason to vilify us. They're waiting for a headline to twist. They're hoping for a camera angle that's going to justify their brutality. And what do we get in return? A quote tweet, a statement, maybe a mural? But no safety, no justice, no peace. So no, we're not marching this time. We're not going to give them the photo op that they so desperately want. We're not playing into that cycle. We're not going to give them the excuse that they're so desperate for. We're protecting our people. We're staying home. We're building offline. We're organizing smarter. Because we don't need to be in the streets to prove that our rage is real. So let them march. Let them bait. Let them spin the same tired narratives. But don't let them turn your blackness into a threat on live TV. April 5th, we sit back. We step back. We stay safe. Because survival is resistance too.
Amen. Listen to that queen, y'all. Do not go out there, black people. Brown people, don't you go out there neither. They don't like you neither. You have a good amount of melanin. You use that melanin in your brain and stay your ass off and out there.
Just a reminder, there's a vicious rumor spreading that the Speaker of the House, Mike Johnson, was found on Grindr. Just saying. Bong.
You remember when they had the DNC, when they had the RNC? And you know how all their phones was going off with the Grindr app sound? Yes. The Republican Party, most of them be on Grindr. Those married men say they conservatives and they love the Lord and all of that, and you can't be gay. Which, you know, white people don't preach like that. Y'all preaching is dead boring. I can't stand to go to your church. But anyway, Grindr. I'm going to pay that again. Mike Johnson.
Just a reminder, there's a vicious rumor spreading that the Speaker of the House, Mike Johnson, was found on Grindr. Just saying. Bong.
Bung, 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 bung. Bum, 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 bum. Bum, 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 bum. Bum, 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 bum. We knew that already. But to hear somebody from that particular group of people put it out there, y'all don't recall for the RNC, they were saying that all the Republican men, because in Washington, D.C. is where it's very popular, where they go to do their thing with other men. Because Mike Johnson, his wife was never around. Remember that. He was never around. When he got questioned by his wife, he gave such a stupid answer why his wife wasn't around. Oh, you don't want her around? He want to feel that little bitty pale eggplant in his bread basket. Yeah. He want to put his mouth on a eggplant. But let me tell you something I learned about those type of men. Those type of men that's in politics, especially the Republicans. I met some of them. They like to be bent over by a black man, but they hate black people. So they'll go get a black man to bend them over, and they hate him the whole time. They do. They got wives, girlfriends. That's why that guy, that reporter, is attracted to Marjorie Taylor Greene. She's very manly. Grindr.
President Putin had commissioned a beautiful portrait
This
of
is sickening.
President Trump from the leading Russian artist, and actually gave it to me and asked me to take it home to President Trump, which I brought home and delivered to him. It's been reported in the paper, but it was such a gracious moment.
All I can say is I hope that our intelligence community did a thorough examination of that painting. But be that
Anything from Putin is not from the heart. Danger.
Character of the Kremlin dictator. When he's not murdering children and kidnapping them from Ukraine and bombing civilians, he's having portraits done out of the goodness of his heart. But those weren't the most destructive things that Witkoff has had to say about Putin and Russia. What he's really done is carry the most awful, false Kremlin talking points, carry the dirtiest of water for the Kremlin. For example, here he is talking about how the Ukraine war started and which party was really responsible.
That the war didn't need to happen. It was provoked. It doesn't necessarily mean it was provoked by the Russians. There were all kinds of conversations back then about Ukraine joining NATO. The president has spoken about this. That didn't need to happen. It basically became a threat to the Russians.
Anything about Trump with the BS. I don't want to hear that white man lie for Trump. I'm not going to listen to it. I'm just not.
Guy whose country is being invaded. According to Lutnick, Zelensky's crazy demand that Russia should, wait for it, get off Ukrainian land makes him the troublemaker. Not the country doing the invading. Makes perfect sense if you're living in upside-down Trump world. By the way, the markets kept sinking lower and lower during this bizarre Russia apologist sideshow. Speaking of Russia, notice how Trump keeps praising Putin while simultaneously tanking the American economy. It's almost like he's got one foot in the Kremlin and one foot stomping on your investment portfolio. What a multitasker. But wait, there's more. Trump's economic chaos wasn't limited to the stock market. The orange financial genius also managed to cause mayhem in the crypto world by announcing his grand plan for a crypto strategic reserve. Bitcoin shot up 10% and Ethereum jumped 13% right after his announcement, but then came crashing down faster than Trump's approval rating at an economic literacy convention. The whole crypto episode was so suspicious that economist Peter Schiff is now calling for a congressional investigation into what he's labeled a pump and dump scheme. Yes, you heard that right. A potential market manipulation investigation connected to presidential statements. Just another Thursday in Trump world. So what exactly was it that sent Wall Street into such a panic? Was it just the tariffs? Nope. It was Trump's absolute refusal to consider any negotiation, insisting there was no room left to work with our neighbors. When asked about potential retaliation from Canada and Mexico.
Well, it's a very interesting point. It's a great question, actually, but this would certainly, I can't say minimize. That would be a catastrophic event, obviously. And inflation wouldn't have happened. And Afghanistan, disastrous. The way they withdrew, not the fact that they withdrew, but the way they withdrew would have never happened. I'm a huge fan of Ronald Reagan, but he was bad on trade, very bad on trade. He allowed a lot of people, a lot of businesses to be taken. So I say that with due respect because
Donald Trump doing the exact same thing. Business are closing.
If I were president, would not have happened. And October 7th would not have happened in Israel.
Trump displayed his trademark diplomatic finesse. If they want to play the game, I don't mind. We can play the game all they want. Because international trade is just a fun game to him, not something that affects actual human beings. And speaking of effects on actual human beings, economists predict these tariffs will cost the average American household approximately $1,245 this year. That's not Wall Street money. That's your money. It's basically a Trump tax being slapped on every family in America because Grumpy Trumpy wants to look tough.
We're considering canceling military aid to Ukraine, and can we get a reaction to
Donald Trump has the face of death.
Bringing U.S. worldview in alignment with Moscow?
And then we would have had Bagram right now instead of China having it. It was 1 hour away from where China makes their nuclear weapons. We would have kept Bagram with one of the biggest air bases in the world. And almost 40% of their company in one signature is going to be devoted to what he does, which is one of the most important businesses in the world. That's an unbelievable thing.
This isn't just some fancy Wall Street drama. This affects real folks like you and me. Target and Best Buy are already warning us that prices on everyday stuff will shoot up because of Donnie Diaper's tariff tantrum. Canada's hitting back with tariffs on alcohol, cosmetics, and even toilet paper. So get ready for more expensive margarita nights and bathroom breaks. And that retirement account you've been building, financial experts say it's about to get whacked by market chaos. Even Larry Summers, who knows a thing or two about money, called these tariffs a self-inflicted wound to the American economy. That's like punching yourself in the face and calling it a beauty treatment. So next time the orange turd says something will be fun, remember? His idea of a good time costs everyone else money while he sits in his gold-plated bathroom tweeting nonsense.
I'm going to tell you something. I like coming on here and talking with you all and giving y'all the latest news. And sometimes I do a couple flashbacks. Donald Trump is so drained. His voice is like, wong, 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 wong. He's draining. Every day is some foolishness with this pale-faced monkey. He is so draining. Nothing is irresistible or unpredictable about Donald Trump. We know every day it's going to be some BS with this pale-faced monkey.
He first met Trump long ago when he was a real estate lawyer and participated in some transaction involving Donald Trump. But it wasn't until 8 years later when he ran into Donald Trump in a deli in New York, and Trump was out of money and he basically bummed a ham and cheese sandwich off of Steve Witkoff. Witkoff bought him a ham and cheese sandwich. Well, apparently that was a real bonding experience. So if you want to get on the president's good side, buy him a ham and cheese sandwich. Anyway, after that, they started playing golf together. And you might ask, what better qualification could you have to be a envoy to the Middle East and Russia than a ham and cheese sandwich, real estate development, and golf? But those are pretty solid criteria in Trump world. So he has made
nearly for a girl. How the F he helping anybody? Go away with your delusions. I don't need you over here. Your view will not be missed. Stop smoking whatever you're smoking because it ain't helping your brain cells. I'm going to show you this and I'm going to read it to you. This is from a Democrat Republican speaking against the GOP. The biggest con in America is happening right now. The GOP is looting the government for their billionaire donors, handing Elon Musk unlimited cash while cutting programs that actually help people. This has been said by Representative Melanie Stansbury is exposing them, and she's not done. I'm going to come with more about her tomorrow. One moment. Just a little while longer. Hold on. One moment, everybody. Just a moment, please. I'm looking for something, so we're going to head up out of here with this. Give it a moment. This is Donnie Boy. This is why I call him a pale-faced monkey. This is Donald Trump. Let me play it again so y'all can get a full view of the pale-faced monkey, Donald Trump. This is what it looked like without that makeup. Donnie, you so ugly. And he up there worried about the borders. This is what we worried about. This is the only border we worried about. You see what a makeup isn't? That's his true color. He is so pale and ugly. And that's why I compare him to that pale monkey. One moment. I'm going to show you the other monkey he looks like. He would never be attracted, and nor has he ever been. Donald Trump been ugly his entire life. He was so ugly, his mama tried to push him back in, but it never went. He wouldn't go back in. He fought to stay out. This is Donald Trump all day, 24/7. This is what Donald Trump looks like. He is so ugly. His mama didn't want to claim him. Then she looked at him and realized he looked like her. She held him in her arms, was cuddling him, and while holding him in her arms and looked in the mirror, she saw who she looked like. She looked just like the ugly son, Donald Trump. He's a mixture of the ugly mama and daddy. Just a moment. One moment, please. We're going to listen to this and get up out of here because she warned us. What will happen?
Project 2025. That's out there. I haven't read it. I don't want to read it.
Project 2025 is not affiliated with the Trump campaign.
This is a document I know nothing about. It's called Project 25. I don't know what the hell it is. It's Project 25. He's involved in Project, and then they read some of the things, and they are extreme. I mean, they're seriously extreme. But I don't know anything about it.
Yep, when Donald Trump and jdvance were on the campaign trail, they went out of their way, as you saw there, to assure voters they have nothing to do with the far-right dystopian, as Donald Trump said, extreme Project 2025. Of course, those were just outright lies to get votes, because now that they are in office, the Heritage Foundation's plan is being put into place. And it is music to Russell Vote's ears. And according to the online Project 2025 tracker, the Trump administration has already implemented 36% of the far-right blueprint. And that includes fulfilling 100% of objectives to get rid of USAID, 89% for the State Department, 58% on personnel, and 56% of the Department of Justice. And all that is in the first month.
It's been over a month now. It's been over a month now. It has gotten worse. It hasn't gotten any better. It's been over a month. So I'm going to read you this about MAGA, then we're going to get out of here. MAGA. 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 It's a cult, brainwashed people who now think that good people are bad people, evil people are cool. That's Donald Trump, evil people. Lies are true. He lies 24/7. Science is fake. Magic is real. Abusing those weaker than them is strength. Love is weak. Hate is power. And racism is hate. So that's what they believe in. Thank y'all for coming to my live. Hit that like button before you leave up out of here. I want to say I love each and every last one of you all. And thank you for blessing me today by being in my chat. Hit that like button before you leave out. You still have time to send a super chat if you want to donate to my channel and bless me with a gift. Also, my Venmo is in my description. You can send me something through that. And my PayPal link is in my description. And if you watch on replay, you can send me a thank you as well. Thank each and every last one of you beautiful kings and queens. May God continue to bless you. And I love you. Ain't nothing you can do about it. Bye.